What's going on, you guys? My name is Hartley, and in this video I'm going to walk you through how to trade options. Now, the reason I am making this video is because I've had several comments on my previous videos about how to actually execute the orders. And so in this one, I'm going to give you the step-by-step run through on how to actually place the options order, place a stop loss, and I'm going to answer all of the other questions so that you guys feel confident trading options at home. Now, real quick, options are riskier than stocks, and they function and they're structured a little bit differently. So if you're not aware of what a call option is, a put option, or what I mean when I say a contract of options, then you need to pause the video here and you need to find a little bit more knowledge about options before I walk you through these orders. You can do that by checking out the other videos on my YouTube channel. I have several that talk about options and how they work and what those definitions mean. Or I also have a completely free course on Skillshare. It is 2.5 hours long and it will give you absolutely everything you need to know about options, all the way from the beginning to more than executing the orders like what I'm going to go through in this video. It will give you everything you need. It's completely free when you sign up for a 2-week free trial on Skillshare. After that, it's about $20 per month, but you can cancel anytime. So if you can do the whole thing in under 2 weeks, you get the entire course for free. There's over 100 students that have gone through the course, and there's plenty of reviews for you to read as well. Now, for my trades today, I'm going to be using Questrade. If you're looking for a broker, I highly recommend them. There's also a link down below for $50 in free commissions when you're getting started out. And if you go to questrade.com/practice, you can basically find their free practice account. And that's what we're going to be trading in today. I'm going to try and make a bunch of trades and walk you through a few different scenarios. So I'm going to use fake money so that it doesn't really matter if we make money or lose money today, because all I'm here to do is show you the step-by-step process of how to execute these orders. Your technical analysis is going to be dependent on your strategy and how you actually trade. Here, I'm going to walk you through how to place the orders. Now, as a disclaimer, options are risky. You are responsible for your own trading and you need to do your own due diligence. This is just my opinion and how I trade. A couple of notes though is that options move based on the stock price. They do not move based on the support and resistance on the options chart. They move based on the support and resistance of the stock chart. And that is why when you're trading options or when you're looking at options, you should be doing all of your analysis on the stock chart. That is where your trades come from, is the stock chart, and then you use the options to take advantage of the swings. It is not the other way around. You do all of your analysis on the stock chart and not the options chart. Now, lastly, before we get into the walkthrough, there is going to be a little bit of a recorder lag on my screen recorder. If I don't use this recorder, it doesn't show any of the drop down menus, but when I use this recorder, there's a little bit of a lag when I click on the drop down menu, so bear with me. I do apologize, but I'm doing the best I can here. And now, without any further ado, let's get into this walkthrough and teach you how to trade options. Okay guys, so I'm in Questrade right now. I've just pulled up a really simple Apple stock chart right now. So this is on the 6-month, 1-day time frame. Each of these candlesticks is 1 day. I've got a really simple 20-day moving average right here is this blue line. And then I've got the volume down below. Now on the right-hand side here, we've basically got the account summary. As you can see, we've got $1 million in it right now. I'm gonna exit out of this pie chart. It is a brand new practice account. I don't even think I've made a trade in it yet. So basically a clean start right here. Now the first thing we wanna do is just perform a little bit of technical analysis on this chart so that we can decide which way we want to buy. Are we going to go long or are we going to go short on this? Okay, so for this Apple chart, first thing I'm going to do is go to drawings, and then I'm going to click on my trend line. And as you can see, we've got a pretty clear trend line right here that was broken basically in September. And since then, we've established a high around $137, almost $138 there. And what's kind of cool is that recently, as you can see, we have one low, we have a higher low, and we have a higher low. So we now have 3 higher lows in a row. So we've got a little bit of action there. And I would also say that we've got kind of some resistance going right here. And so if I was going to look at this chart and say what's going to happen over the next month, my expectation would be that maybe the stock comes here, maybe it bounces down again one more time. I think it's going to kind of hover around this 120 line for a little while, but I am expecting a breakout from 120 to 140 at some point in the next month or two. That's what I would expect after looking at this chart. So if we want to capitalize on this swing and capitalize on this move from around this 116, 118 level all the way up to 140, what we can do is buy options in it. Now, I think that we're going to get to this 135, 140 range in about a month or two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy options for 3 months out from today. I'm going to buy options with an expiry 3 months from today. So today is mid-November, end of November. So I'm going to go for December, January, February. So I'm going to buy something end of February, kind of middle of March. We'll see what options are available. Now, to get into the options side of Questrade, all you do is you click on the stock button here, and then it shows up this drop down menu, and you're going to click on options. Now, You have several different items and variables right here at the top. The first thing that you need to do is select the expiry date. So for us, these are the different options that we have. Now I want to go end of February, beginning of March. I'm actually going to go end of March here, this kind of March 19th expiry date. That looks appropriate to me. It gives us some time. Now I think the stock is going to run up to that 140 kind of range within that time. So I'm going to buy my strike price, the price that I'm actually going to get into the stock at if I decide to exercise the options. I'm going to put that strike price right at 140. So now that I've set the date, I've also set the strike price. We are going to be buying call options, and I'm looking at this chart on a 6-month, 1-day time period. It's really simple. When you look at this, you can see that the current price of it is $2.31. Now we have to buy in contracts, and a contract multiplies that price by 100, because when you buy a contract, you are buying the options for 100 shares. So for me to actually buy into this, I have to buy one contract where each option is $2.31. That means my cost to buy the contract is going to be $231 plus commissions. Now to buy into this, here's how I do it when I am swing trading. I color this to any color you want. Let's go with cyan, and then I click on order entry, and what it's going to do is pop up this little tab right here, and when you color this to the same one as the chart, it basically links up these two charts. That way you know that what chart you're looking at is the same thing that you are buying. So as you can see, it auto-populated the Apple options for the 19th of March at $140. I didn't have to set anything there. It was already ready to go for me. Now, if I'm swing trading and I'm a little long-term on this and I just want to buy it now and then finish the rest of my day or go back to work, whatever I'm doing, the best and the easiest way to get into this is to just place a market order. Now, when you're buying Apple options, the spreads are usually super close. As you can see, the bid and the ask is only 2 cents different here. However, if these options didn't have nearly as much volume as Apple does, then you may want to consider checking the snap quote, because if this spread is way off and the ask is much higher than the current price here, then you may end up paying a whole lot more than you were expecting. However, when you're trading Apple shares, that's usually not really a problem at all, and getting in at the market price is totally fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to execute this trade as if we are buying into Apple on a swing trade. We're going to buy in at the market. It's going to give me this little pop-up window right here, and it's going to basically break down the trade. So as you can see, one contract at $2.17 times 100 units gives me a total cost of $217. Now the commissions in my practice account are $10.95. The commissions in my real margin account are about $5 because of the data plan that I have. And so to execute this order, all you do is click on send order, and as you can see, this Apple option has now appeared in our basically summary here. It's really easy to see. You can see basically everything you want. You can see how it executed. You can see we got in at $2.18. So unfortunately we got in 1 cent higher than the current ask. Maybe the price changed last second on us there. That's sort of what happens when you place a market order. Now, one of the questions that I was asked in the comments is how do you place a stop loss on that position? And it's really simple. You go to the exact same order entry, you basically link up your charts again, and then you just change the order type. So, and instead of placing a market order here, we are going to place a stop order. And what the stop order is that's where you're going to get out of the position. And so for us, we are going to set the stop order at $2. And so what we are going to do now is just click on the sell button here. It's going to confirm our trade and then show us this window. And it shows us that if this order executes, we are going to get out with a cash return of $200, and we're going to pay another $10.95 in commissions. You send that order, and now what it has done is it has put this red line, this red box with a white line here at your actual location where your stop is. And so as soon as the price falls below this stop, it is going to execute your order, and it is going to get you out of that position. Now, that is one way to make your trades, and that will definitely work for you. But what I recommend doing is canceling this order, and we'll place a new order here, and I'll show you how I do it. So we go to order entry. I will sync up this window again, and what I'm going to do is click on this little bracket order right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to get in at the market price, but I'm going to set to take my profit at a limit order of $2.50, and we are going to convert this from a stop loss to a trailing stop loss. And we're not going to use a dollar amount, we're actually going to use a percent amount, and I'm going to set this at 10%. And so what this trade is going to do is it is going to get me in at the market price. It is going to take my profit at $2.50, and it is going to get me out as soon as the price turns around by 10%. And so this is the method that I would highly recommend you using if you're going to be placing options. Now, obviously, you are actually placing 3 trades or 3 orders at the exact same time. We are hoping that the market order fills at the price that we want, and then after after that it is going to have two open orders, a profit order and a stop loss order. And so when you click on send order, it is going to place all of those at the exact same time. And now when we go to our chart, you can see that we are actually into the stock right here around $2.18 or whatever. We have our take profit order at $2.50 and we have our stop loss set at $1.96. And this is how you can get in with one trade, 3 orders, and you can basically set your entire take profit and your risk management all in one click and you're ready to go. Now the really nice thing about Questrade is that when you click on drawings and you change back to pointer, you can actually move them up and down right on the chart. So this is my take profit order at $2.50. Let's say we want to change it to $2.99 or $3. All you have to do is click on it, approve the orders, and now all of a sudden you have adjusted your orders just like that without having to go into the order entry and click the type of order and go through all of that. You can do everything right on the chart and it's really, really easy to use. Now the last question that I got asked was, can you trade options on the Dow Jones Index? And the answer is no, you cannot trade on the Dow Jones Index, but you can trade options on a Dow Jones ETF. And so the largest Dow Jones ETF is actually the Spider Dow Jones ETF. And I believe the ticker for that is DIA. Let's check it out. Okay, yeah, Spider Dow Jones ETF. So this is, let's look at the stock first. So this is an ETF that basically mimics the Dow Jones. So if you want to buy into the Dow Jones Index, you can't buy the index, but you can buy the ETF. You can buy DIA and it will basically give you the exact same returns and give you the same holdings as the Dow Jones Index. As you can see, this chart actually looks identical to what the Dow Jones looks like. So pretty much exactly what I'm saying. Now, if you want to buy options in it, it is the exact same process. You click on the stock and instead of stock, you click on option and then you just decide on which expiry date you want. So for us, let's go to January 15th and let's do one at $300. So for us, it will be $7.95 times 100. So your total cost to get into this contract will be about $794, $800 after commission. So you definitely need to factor that in. Now to get into this is really simple. All you do is click on order entry again, you bring up your little order entry chart, you sync it to your chart, and then you place whatever type of order you want. So depending on what kind of trading you are, you can basically make that pick. We're gonna get in at the market price. Let's make a big trade. Let's get in for 10 of these. So I think the total cost should be just under $8,000, $8,050 is what it's gonna cost us. Send the order and now we are into the trade. So that is how you buy options in a Dow Jones Index, in the Spider, in the S&P Index, in the NASDAQ, whatever you want. You can't buy it in the index, you go find an ETF and you buy options in the ETF. And so I hope this video has cleared up a couple of the questions with regards to how to trade options. If you want to learn more about options, definitely check out my courses on Skillshare. They're completely free, and if you want to see any of my technical analysis and how I get into the actual options trades, definitely consider joining my Discord chat. It is $5 per month and I'm trying to build a community of traders through this group chat where I share all of my technical analysis, my weekly watch list, and I'm trying to build a resource for new traders and existing traders to share their ideas, share their basically research, and share what they're doing and what is working for them so that we can all grow and get better. So if that sounds good to you, definitely check out the links down below. I sincerely appreciate you watching my videos, and if you get any value, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Good luck trading.